Welcome, Chosen One.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Gwent video. Today we're gonna play some Dwarves. I call this deck Lads by Andre because this was made by Andre Zippis. Found it on playgwent.com this morning, and it's a beautiful dwarf deck. You know, it's the lads in its purest form, like untainted by heat waves and a neuromancy. The bronzes are clean, only 2-ofs. I look at this, it makes me happy. It may even make me smile. Dwarves, you know, it's been a while. Like Dwarves is a deck that I love the concept of it so much. I want it to work so badly, but I never quite get there. But Andre, you know, supposedly made it to pro rank with this, or at least has had success with it in pro rank. Seeing as he called the deck Pro Rank Dwarves, I can only assume that it has had some success for him. Of course, maybe he just made it to pro rank with some good deck and then played one game with Dwarves and was like, oh, this is Pro Rank Dwarves. But it's a good looking deck. It's got the solid dwarf bronzes. Volunteers with Justice, of course, is a massive play that's being used by every Scoia'tael deck, but this is the only one that actually deserves it, because it's dwarves. Zoltan and Monroe. And, you know, 2 cards that are definitely overcosted, especially Monroe. Like, this costing 12 is... Come on. Get out of here. But they still work. Like, they're still cool cards. I've been back and forth on these and like putting in Great Oak, you know, to pay off the row stacking. But honestly, you know, when I want to play the lads, when I want to play boys, dwarves, whatever you want to call them, like I want the big expensive dwarves with the cool transform effects and the triple dwarf swarm. I want this. And I want the carryover. One of the coolest mechanics in the game right now. Some very hardy engines in, you know, Xavier Moran and Dwarf Berserker. Pyrotechnician is a card that I've always been in favor of. I've always supported this, even before he had 2 armor to start off with. And now, much like Novigrad Justice, this is a card that sees play in a lot of Scoia'tael decks. A lot of non-dwarf Scoia'tael decks. Because it's a good value card, and you know, with the Mahakam Forged Leader, it's just better. It's just even better. What else do we have? Fauve. I don't think I usually have had Fauve in my dwarf decks, but I mean, I do like it. Because like Fauve, Call of the Forest, like getting these resilience units, especially Zoltan, who exists only for resilience. You know, Gabor has the immunity option, which makes him still pretty good in like a medium to long round 3. Even without the resilience, he still has definitely some merit. But getting especially Zoltan out, you know, during a time when it actually matters, is very important. And, you know, Call of the Forest helps with that. Fauve helps with Call of the Forest. We have a couple of temperings just to help her not break. We of course also have Zoltan's Company, which is also nice to have access to, especially with Monroe. We gotta make sure we have Rowdy Dwarves to transform. If we don't have Monroe, we can also get decent value with Zoltan Warrior, boosting all those Rowdy Dwarves by 2. It's very nice. It's very nice. It's a beautiful looking dwarf deck. I look forward to playing this one, and hopefully, you know, if not getting a few wins, at least getting some close matches. You know, not just a slaughterhouse with a bunch of dead dwarves. We don't want that. We don't want that. So yes. I do recommend, if you really want to get in the mood for this video, before we jump into the gameplay, I recommend you go listen to Playing with the Boys by Kenny Loggins. One of the most magnificent songs in history. It's from Top Gun. It's got a beautiful homoerotic undertone, which I can really appreciate for some reason. Maybe I'm gay. No. I've been down that road, you know, I've made that consideration. I've been open to it, but no, it wasn't meant to be, and that's fine. I have a lovely wife now. That's great. I'm glad I'm attracted to her. But yes, listen to that song. playing with the boys to really get you in the mood for some lads. But now let us jump into some gameplay. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, you can maybe click like to show me you appreciate it, and if you haven't already, consider subscribing. You know, we're getting awfully close to 9,000. My goal for this year was 10,000, but you know, I had a minor setback, self-imposed, unfortunately. It's still technically within reach, and I will be pushing for it, so expect a lot of content going forward. Of course, we're getting an expansion, so expect a lot of content regardless. But we can still get there. And if you want to be part of that, if you want to be an ace-hole, then pucker up and subscribe. Gameplay. What you got? Nilfgaard. Not a good start, although I don't think we're that vulnerable to Nilfgaard. Imposter. Ooh. Well, I don't think Imposter is that terrible against us. Let's see what we got here. A lot of cheap bronzes, I do appreciate that. How about we ditch... Ooh. This is a bronze heavy hand that can take us far. No Regretting Justice. Some pirate attacks. Finish off with the Mahakam guard is good. So we want to be stacking the melee row here. I have no idea what he says. I could look it up, but I like the mystery. Alright, so, you know, here's where things get crazy. I mean, he could still hit this, and if I play, like, this, we get a shield out. I could also just play this. If he hits this or this, we kind of get the value anyway. I hope he hits this, because first of all, it's hilarious. Second of all, it gives us more room for dwarves. If he has a lot of spies, he could definitely go on, hit it. Yeah, I got the value anyway. That's exactly how this would have turned out anyway. I don't mind that. Let's get a dwarf berserker going. How many spaces do we need? We need 3 for this. So we have 3 more dwarves. Well, 2 more, because we want to play this. I'd love it if he could ping down this, just to get that small target off the board. It'd be very nice. Of course, with the tempering on this, even if we hit this, it's still 6 points. It does suck with these spies. Okay, 6-point Vanimar, that's not bad at all. For me. For me. I think I gotta make sure I get these dwarves while I can. Don't make more small targets. What are you doing? Are you dumb? He's not the brightest of the bunch. I mean, he's a berserker. He's not here for his wits. He's here because he knows how to hit. He knows how to hit hard. Let's see, with 2 spies on the board, we can still have 6 dwarves. This can still play for 9. Getting another gold out. It's not too bad. Oh, he's really clogging up that row. I don't like that. All in all, not that many points considering what he did. Now, if he has more spies now, then we can't dwarf on this row. We can't dwarf. What do you play for? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's still good though. Just take the 8. I'm not getting a better one. No, I don't have to. As long as I don't have to. Oh. You better make sure you or your brother kill that. I know it's a dwarf, and you don't want to kill dwarves, but you know what? That's a Nilfgaard dwarf. He's not real. He only had 2 armor. That's how you can tell. What are you lock in my dude? Alright, proof that Nilfgaard players do not read cards. Oh, good. They took it down. They hit the armor too, but I mean, that's fine. I mean, what did he think that dwarf did? I mean, even without reading it, you saw that it came down, it got boosted. Oh yeah, look at you. Look at you poisoning that. You proud of yourself? Proud of yourself for filling up this row? Can't even poison this, but what did he think this did? Anyway, I don't mind him poisoning that. It's perfectly fine. I think we hit this now. That's fine. We got value. Ooh, I should have boosted it first. Sorry about that. We still boost this and get a few extra points of value going in. He didn't even get the double poison status application boost. That's the official term, double poison status application boost. That should be a keyword on this card. Alright, Nilfgaard. What you got, son? You want to lock more units that don't do anything? Oh, that's why he did it. That's why he did it. There's no armor to hit, so like we're getting it with these pings. It's kind of a close one, but we're getting it with them. I mean, he has spent Joachim, Vincent, so not very much. Is that it? How much do you think you're denying me with this? You think you're doing a good job, honey? So next turn, I'm going to boost up that guy, give him some more armor, so we have 2 points on the order. Okay. Well, winning uneven. That's not bad. And now we just gotta go for it, I think. You know, if he draws ball, we want to get it out of him. If he doesn't, we want to get it out of him. This is kind of a good hand. Very committal, but also very good. Let's see, 3, 6, 7, 8. It's almost perfect. We're gonna miss out on a couple of pings, but I mean the value is still gonna be there. Okay. I only need 2. He's a traitor. He left us to seek amnesty in Nilfgaard. What dwarf, truly worthy of the dwarf tag, would do that? That's fine. I have a lot of armor. I kind of want to say that was not even worth it for him. Oh yeah, he locked it. Well, I still have armor. That's the thing. Well, you spent Joachim and Roderick, so you don't even have the double trigger. What you got, son? Playing your balls. Who needs resilience? Who needs to carry over to round 3 when there's not going to be a round 3? GG though. Masquerade Ball is no longer a card that makes me not want a GG. It still kind of is. Like, I'm not huge on scenarios. Like when I play Alchemy, I feel kind of bad for playing the scenario, but I mean, who in the right mind plays Alchemy without getting it? Huh? You can't blame me. Who plays Nilfgaard without Masquerade Ball? You can't blame him. Who plays monsters with a haunt? Nice people. Next match. Alright. Square-tail mirror.
Let's get this over with.
We get that lovely red coin again. Ah. Precision strike control. I mean, we don't go super tall until, you know, possibly the very end. He does. But that's fine. There's a lot of good stuff in this hand, though. That was risky. I could have drawn volunteers. I wouldn't have bricked them. Nothing would have been bricked, but I would have lost out on a massive play that I just quite simply want. Just want it. It's the good old version. The specie one. It's a very special. It's a very special deck. It's definitely heavy on the specials. Oh my god. Okay. You do that. I imagine he didn't keep Curse of Corruption against Dwarves when he's gonna boost this. Look at that pitiful 2 armor. Get out of here with that shit. We don't do that here. I'm gonna need... That's fine. You can use it to shut this off, but I mean, I basically got my points anyway if he does it. That's what's so beautiful about Dwarf Berserker. He just turns armor into points. If they use a removal on the armor, I still got the points. Alright, that's nice. I respect y'all professional.
Let's get this over with.
Okay, we gotta catch up a little bit here. Okay, but don't hit him more. If you start hitting him more, then suddenly his order gains value again. Now we're in a perfect spot. Now his order is 0 points. It's actually minus points because I have armor and shields everywhere, so that's nice. I can do that. What do you hit? Nothing? That's okay. get a pass. Unfortunately, even with the good odds, at best we tie, and I don't want that. It's nice to get some of my taller units, just get them out. Just, you know, get her done. I do wish I didn't have to go that card down, but I mean, what are we drawing here? I don't want to go too tall. I would rather just have more dwarfs, you know? You know what I'm saying? Okay. There's definitely a Shiru involved. I mean, he has some carryover plays that are pretty intense. God, it's so hard to know what to do. It's so hard. This is kind of terrible because he gets a fairly big target, and I have now forfeited any possible chance of getting carryover this round. Although I think any carryover I play, it gets killed. I don't think I'm missing out. Okay, so he's building up a Sheldon. I mean, as long as you get it, like, it's pretty good. Like, turning the 2s into 3s and then both getting instant pings, like, it plays for 10 immediately. And, you know, potentially 6 more. Oh, really? Oh, thank God. I hadn't given up on the match, but it's just playing against decks like that. It's never fun. It's just... Like, it's satisfying if I win, which is why I do play them out. You know, I do commentate them fully, because, you know, if I do win, or if it's at least less boring than normal, then it's a nice clip for the video. But it's very, very nice when they just forfeit in round 2, and you can just not have to deal. We've been blessed with the red coin again. Now, how do we fare against this deck? That's the question. We don't need 2 of those. I could have kept the volunteers. Like, we have other targets for justice. We could have kept them. They would have played for 8. You know, two dwarves on the board. Thin the deck. I probably should have done that. Although I don't think we need dwarves on the board. I don't think that's something we need to worry about. You got a sea beast swimming in them breaches. Do you not know how much tall removal is there? I mean, I guess, you know... Oh, you're gonna heatwave this? What about my scenario? I guess that's kind of the plan. Let's get these boys taking first. Like, they're the slowest plays. Like, this only needs 1 turn to snap. I'd rather get these boys started. I still get the points. I love this city. Well, we can play the miner next turn. He spends up his last ping, and then we can boost him up again, and then we can play another miner. Dwarves have good bronzes. I've always thought that, and I think people generally agree. Dwarves have good bronzes, and they have some spectacular golds, no doubt. So I do think it's good. Are you gonna spend cash to kill my dudes? That's fine. Don't hit him. Good. Now there's a chance he'll die. A small chance. Like, I'm thinking 25%, unless he profits up to flying Redanian levels, in which case it's really bad. Oh! Round 1 scenario on the blue coin. It hasn't been that long. That's the worst thing you could have hit, but I'm okay with it. That's the worst thing you could have hit, but I'm... They're not the brightest. But I love them. I love how much my opponent is committing here. Go on, hit this. Good. It was right in front of you, so if you had missed it, like, you would have been kind of an idiot. I do realize that we're playing into the bad territory here. Okay, here comes Redanian. That's a lot of tempo. I will not be able to catch up to this, but I can pass a card up. He has spent cards. I've spent 4 and 5 provision bronzes. I love it. Like, I could still very well lose, but it's stuff like this that just makes me feel good inside, you know? Alright, I mean, with the current hand, we don't need these temperings. In case I don't get justice, I do want them. Go on, pass. Nope. I mean, why would he? He has that. Yeah, so he legitimately has no reason to pass. Ever. He does not need that dry pass. Do I go for my big boys? Or do I maintain? I can maintain this boy. Do I want... I may want him. Oh god, I'm sorry. I need to focus. I need points. That's what I need. Okay.
Evil's not going anywhere.
Oh. You couldn't have done it on him as well. Now that's value. That's pretty good value. You know, he has 3 points a turn. I have 2. And I have an extra card. I have good cards. He can apply a bounty, but like, he needs 6 coins. No, he needs 8 coins and 9 coins respectively just to get 6 coins back. So it's actually not even worth it.
I
I get the points. He spent like 6 coins to gain 3 coins, and I still got the points for my cards. That's funny. I think it's time we set this up. Hit him. Good. Oh, they've gotten smarter. And I like that. Maybe the ones we get from Monroe are kind of more intelligent, because like they're the elite. They're his personal boys. Okay, I got kind of scared because he doesn't have the resilience tag. Okay, he got it. Is he gonna grade in this? I don't mind that. Just gotta make sure I can bounce back from it, which I think I can. Pretty sure I can. Does he take the tribute? If he doesn't have spenders, then he may, but he wants to keep the coins. That's... I don't even mind that. Oh yeah! You know, people say it doesn't really matter that much that it gives armor if you have a Zoltan, but it matters for cards like this and Pyrotech. So, I mean, Zoltan's Company, not bad. Good card. What are you doing? What are you doing? What can you do with that bounty? Oh, okay. I was afraid this was going to be one of those videos where I really don't get lucky and I'm just miserable. But I've gotten really lucky. That's perfect. That's good. I mean, I would love Novigrad Injustice. I mean, there's so many cards I would love that I'm going to mulligan these in case I get it. Hi there. It's me, Ace, from the editing room. I know that there's probably a lot of you that saw my mulligans there and thought, what the hell is he doing? And yes, what the hell was I doing? That was very stupid. I should have kept those volunteers. After the match, like I give myself shit for it for several minutes, in a fun, you know, haha, I'm an idiot kind of way. So, you know, if you saw that and you're rushing down to the comments to type out how bad of a player I am and how badly I misplay, oh, this guy misplays every round. I've heard that one before. Then, you know, you're completely right. But I mean, I know that was bad. I address it. So just save yourself the comment, okay? If I did something else really terrible in the video, you know, comment about that. But that particular mulligan, terrible as it was, I address it. I address it in a very proper way. But I mean, my only excuses are, you know, I'm a certified greedy idiot. And, you know, when I record, I'm not fully focused, especially for this video. Like, I was just in a good mood and, you know, just really enjoy myself from the very beginning. And the problem with that is that makes me even less focused on the gameplay, because I'm like, old jolly, you know, jolly greedy giant, I guess you could call me. But yeah, just save yourself the effort of that comment, because I address it, I saw it. It was awful. But hey, it's funny. Anyway, enjoy the rest of the video. Okay, that's like the worst I could have gotten. But because we have last say with an extra card, like we can just put it on him for 7 points. We're not row locked here, but I'm gonna go melee. I mean, yeah, this is 7 points. Volunteers would have been 8, but there would also have been 1 extra point on both of those. So that mulligan cost me 3 points, but it could have gotten me a good bit more. Actually, it cost me even more, because I'm not even getting 1 dwarf from this. It cost me some more. I'm not going to do it, because he needs at least 1 more turn to get through to it. Or maybe he can't get through to it. That would be nice too. I mean, he doesn't have Graydon, so it would have to be a Witch Hunter Executioner, and that takes 8 coins. That's pretty good. That's actually very good. So good it could be problematic. I mean, card advantage is really helping me here, but he has quite a bit of coins. He's going to get Redanian out. This could end badly, especially if he gets a good kill on Figus. I mean, that's a 6-point heat wave. It kills a 5 and takes 1 point off of this. Alright. We have 14 points. But I legitimately think he may have more. I actually think he has more. Oh, and he got it off the top. $14 is not going to be enough. You lose by 3. GG. I don't like Jacques. Like I said in the previous video, he's like the one card that I don't like in Firesworn. I like his effect. He's just too easy. He's way too good. It's just 12 points. And he's a spender. Like, he's not the worst. Slash the most powerful evolving card. I mean, Herald is the most annoying. And, you know, Usurper also plays for 12. But Jacques has way better support. And the fact that he is a spender is, you know, makes him better. So he's like the second best. I mean, sure, Oberon into Conqueror, triggering double thrive and stuff like that. That's really strong. That's really strong, but I still think Jacques is better. You always know what you get. You always get something good. So I just think it's a bit overtuned. You know, I was very happy when they made evolving cards 12 provisions. Definitely, because at 11, like, they were all just too point slammy, just too stupid value. You know, Ethne not as much. Just because, you know, obviously symbiosis decks, you know, nature card based decks have been very prevalent since they became a thing, but their evolving card is nowhere to be seen in those lists. Although I'd say she's pretty good. There's not a lot of cards that are being played right now that efficiently deal with the baby dryads. Like it's the same reason I think Necker is a really good card now, is because like there aren't many abilities and cards out there in the landscape that deal with them efficiently. What are you gonna do? Heat Wave a Necker? Rock Slide? Curse of Corruption? Nature's Rebuke? You're gonna spend a 5 provision card to kill half of a 4 provision card? Like sure, like, you know, there are like the Guardian, you know, the buff Dryad who deals 2 damage on order. That's a good card against Necker, but most Nature's Gift decks don't run that, I think. And its equivalents in other factions aren't really being played either. So, like, really, it's I think Ethne can be pretty good. I think she can be pretty good. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this this Dwarven video. Kind of a shame that last match didn't end in a win. Like it was looking really good. You know, we had the card advantage. We had decent cards. Honestly, if I hadn't gotten greedy with the mulligans, I would have won. That just hit me. I lost by 3 points. And if I had had volunteers instead of tempering, I mean, there were so many good cards I could have gotten. I could have gotten Justice. I could have gotten Gabor, Xavier, and, you know, just some other dwarf. But I had to get like the one card that, I mean, it played for 7, but volunteers would have been 8 plus an extra point on the Mahakam guard and an extra point on Barclay Els, so it would have been 10 points. It would have been 3 more points. No, I'm doing it wrong again. Tempering is no dwarf. Volunteers is 2 dwarfs, so it would have been 12 points. So I would have won by 2 if I hadn't gotten greedy with the mulligans. Yeah, that was my bad. I mean, with the hand I had and the comfort of carryover, mulliganing essentially 12 points. That's greedy. Why did I do that? I deserve to lose. I deserve to lose that match. If I hadn't been so greedy. 12 points! I had a play that would have resulted in 12 points. And I mulliganed it to get what? Yes, this, you know, and it being an extra dwarf would have been 7 extra points. I did not need 7 extra points. I needed 4 extra points, and I had them. Learn from my mistakes. Please. I deserve to lose that match, but, you know, do let it be known that the deck, you know, if it hadn't been for my extremely greedy, stupid mulligan there, the deck would have won that match. The deck would have gone 3-0 if it hadn't been for your boy here. We would have won if it hadn't been for me. That kind of sucks, but I mean, it's fair. It's fair. I got super greedy. I lost exclusively because of that greed. That's karma. I deserve it. And as long as I learn from it and you learn from it, we all become better Gwent players. Hopefully next time I don't mulligan a goddamn 12-point play. I mean, yes, Justice would have been better. But it would have been overkill. I didn't need it. Gabor would have been interesting because, let's see, Gabor, you know, tempering was 7. Gabor would have been 7 just by his base power and the fact that he's a dwarf on the row. But then he would have boosted himself by, was he 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so he would have been like 11 points. And unless my math is wrong there, that's actually worse than the volunteers. Xavier would have been 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 maybe. That's not even better. There was like one card in my deck that was better. I mean, I may miss something here, but I think there was just one card in my deck that would have been better than what I greedily mulliganed. I sometimes amaze myself. That's hilarious. That's... Oh, I'm an idiot. I guess that's why you love me, but yeah, just let it be known that Lads by Andre would have gone 3-0. I ruined it by being... It's not even being greedy, it's just being stupid. I mean, mulliganing for Justice, that was greedy. But that was, like, literally the only card amongst, like, 8 cards. 8 or 9 cards. And the game tried to stop me because I mulliganed a volunteer into a volunteer. The game tried to stop me and tell me, Ace, please, for the love of God, just keep the volunteers. They're good. They're 12 points with your hand. You're a card up. You have a good hand. Volunteers. That's 2 dwarves. Okay, enough of this. Enough of this, this berating myself. It's just funny at this point. I mean, I hate myself in a very funny way. How the hell? Why? Well, the deck performed really well. Andre, good job if you're watching this. And like even like the Munro Zoltan stuff, especially the Munro stuff, I've struggled to get that to work before, even though I've had Zoltan and Zoltan's company, but it worked every time. This was a good card. This is a good deck. I like this deck. It's fun. It's definitely good enough. And if you're not an idiot, I'm sure you could take this to pro rank. I believe you, Andre. I believe you. And I thank you all for watching this video once again. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you know, like, subscribe, all that good stuff if you do feel so inclined. You know, expansion coming soon, like 9 days from now. I think. Yeah, Tuesday. Should be 9 days. And of course, a lot of fun stuff going there. I may make some expansion-related videos prior to it actually coming out. You know, my ideas for decks once we get more reveals. But yeah, this is going to be content hopefully every day up until then. But I may miss a day here and there. But ideally, every day. So I hope to see you again soon for more Gwent. And until then, have a good one. Stay safe, stay safe. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy. And, you know, just have fun with it. You know? It's important to have fun. especially in a video game. If you're not having fun, why? I'll see you soon.